3 points on Flag Day, but in the end it might be Rangers who are raising the white flag as already they trail Celtic by 2. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Wasn't the greatest performance for Celtic, but they've done enough to get the 3 points in the bag. They scored a goal, they didn't concede, they've got that 100% record, and they go joint top on the table with Hibernian, although technically if you want to narrow it down to the goal difference, which it would come down to, by the way, if it was the end of the season, then Hibernian would win the league, so aye.
Goals scored, big man. Not goal difference, because goal difference is all I want.
Sunshine on Leaf, but the sun was shining today at Celtic Park. Celtic got the win, wasn't the greatest game of football, but you know, they kept at it. They kept forcing St Mirren back. You know, they kept creating chances. Sooner or later, if you do that, you are going to win. You are going to get a goal. And that's what happened. Celtic got their breakthrough. Left it late. But here, Luke McCowan's deflected shot. It was enough to beat St Mirren. But was it enough, though, to please the fans? That's what we're going to have a look at today. So,
are you expecting it to be spicy?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they'll be relieved. But overall, it wasn't a great performance. So we'll see
well,
what happens.
Says, I never want to see James Forrest on the pitch again.
It does sound harsh, but you know what? I just think the guy is beyond Celtic at this point. I mean...
No, but Celtic fans have been saying this, it feels like, for about 8 years. Is he back like 8, 7, 6, 5 years ago? I think we stuck up for James Forrest. We said, you know what? Guy's won a lot, and he's still got a lot to offer. But see right here, right now, James Forrest should not be the option off the bench.
What?
Option off the bench.
The option?
I said the option.
Aye, well. Anyway, I don't agree with that, but aye, James Forrest, I think he needs to go. This should be his last season at Celtic.
No, it should be, but
it's not good enough anymore.
Where's he going? I know he should do. He should just retire at Celtic. Like, I know you could turn around and say, right, that, well, maybe he wants to continue playing on for a few more years, but he spent so long at Celtic, for him to leave, it would be a wee sad face, wouldn't it? I mean, it would be fucking sad for him, but I'll tell you one thing, it's sad, folks. The Fog Football equipment, it's just the balloon has burst. The match review's saving right now, and you know, Jambo Bear's PC just couldn't fucking handle it.
Switched off twice in the last 10 minutes.
It's like,
randomly just blew up.
You want to upload that win? that match review? No. Didn't. I mean, your laptop must support St Mirren.
Yeah, see if it was an Adam Adair own goal and St Mirren won 1-0, that'd have been uploaded fucking half an hour ago, but...
NASA speed. It would have been straight through, but we'll move on. Cel, don't know why folk are moaning. Think about the interest was made in that 90 minutes with all the money in the bank. That's it. Oh, the wee war chest.
That war chest further expanded when all the 90 minutes of financial interest, aye.
Drago! I must break you. 34-year-old James Forrest, the bright spark in the team, says it all. That was a hard watch. Scotland Forever says that's why we are champions. I believe that same guy was on Rangers' fans react yesterday saying that he was a Rangers fan. Reese, how the scouting system has missed so many players for Inverclyde over the many years is scandalous. Time to get a proper scout down here. Yeah. I mean, who else? I mean, the scouting... James Forrest getting battered here, man. They need to... What are the scouts doing?
Not a lot. Stealing money at the war chest, I think.
Stackett says, incredible performance from him. From who? Luke McCowan?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was incredible. The guy came on with 11 minutes to go and he scored a deflected goal. I mean, let's calm it down a wee bit.
Let's calm it down indeed. Matthew Shevlin, hard watch, but thank fuck for the 3 points. Now get Brendan, the fucking players he needs to push us on.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Brendan Rodgers says, but I don't think he'll be happy. I think he will be demanding players come in.
No, yeah, Brendan Rodgers probably already spoke with him, but I haven't looked at the Sky Sports Twitter or anything to see what he said, but in a weird way, man, ending 1-0 today is probably better than 4-0 for him, because it gives him ammunition to give to the board.
Absolutely. 100% it does. And you know what? We'll get some Brendan Rodgers quotes ready for the player ratings.
Good win in the end. Maybe the perfect result. 3 points, yet it was made plain and obvious that reinforcements are needed. They are needed. Incredible performance, says Crypto Yap. Archie, tough game and 3 points on the board. Not quite top of the league, though.
No, Hibernian currently in that position, but I mean, just relieved. See when you get a late winner, you don't really care about the performance or not being top. It's all about the 3 points, whether it's 1-0 or 5-0, you know, it's 3 points that matter.
Boxer, Celtic jerseys don't shrink to fit inferior players, remember. Well, Who's inferior?
There is a few inferior players in that team, isn't there? I mean, we're looking at Yang now as a starter and not even a substitute. I don't want to sound like Yuki Evans picking on the guy, but he's not good enough. Ad Medea, no good enough. Kenny, no good enough. Yamada, who's came in, I don't think will be good enough.
He didn't even bring him on.
Yeah, I think they're banking on him being the next Kyogo. Come on. He's not fully fit. He's not this, he's not that. Celtic were desperate for a win. They were desperate for a goal today, and their new striker who they brought on, who's supposed to be the next Kyogo, never even got brought onto the pitch. Very strange. Very strange indeed.
Hail there. Charlie says fucking beautiful. Russ Boss says Celtic resorting to time wasting at home to St Mirren. 50 million spent over 2 seasons and you need it to deflect it. Hoche late goal to beat relegation fodder at home. Surely you are embarrassed. 11 million side and only contribution is time waste in the corner. Cracks papered over. Just.
I like the way he calls St Mirren relegation fodder. Is it that I see a team that's been in the top 6 last 3 seasons and will probably do it for 4 seasons in a row this year? Relegation fodder.
What about the relegation
And
fodder?
what about at least Celtic cracked over papered over the cracks? What did Rangers do? Crack just got bigger yesterday, didn't it?
It did. Ryan, an absolute pointless league. Do you not get bored of winning?
For a minute I thought you meant that arsehole Ryan. It's a different one.
Plenty of arsehole Ryans. Daryl Cessors, bang average, no better than us. Well, 2
Bit
points.
dyslexic there, back to front. Maybe that's why Dessers can't score in front of goal.
Everything's back to front. But see this bang average, no better than us. Yeah, maybe Celtic are bang average. I think they looked very mediocre, but that's better than Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to rate Celtic's performance today, it's probably like a 5. I'd say something like that. If you rate Rangers' performance, it's like a fucking 3 or something like that. So, it's not like both teams were the same.
No. Now, Burek says sign some players, buy some players. Stephen White, Scales, man of the match. Tierney, upgrade. Nygren, downgrade. A disgrace there's not a functioning centre forward at the club. Ken, yeah, they're lacking a proper striker, aren't they?
I don't think Nygren was that good, but I tell you what, I think it's a bit harsh to say after one game into that he's a downgrade.
Well, I mean, Rogers put him in over Engels. Rogers obviously sees something there. Would I go as far to say he's a downgrade on...
Yeah, but...
I mean, he rattled the bar, he was unlucky.
I don't rate Engels.
No, neither do I.
The only reason that seems like a big deal is because Engels cost £11 million. See if Engels only cost like $2 million, nobody would bat an eyelid that he's been dropped for Nygren.
Absolutely right, Scott. Aye.
Oh yeah, speaking of being dropped, has Luke McCowan maybe earned himself... Will he maybe start the next game?
He could.
I think that's the best midfield Celtic have got.
Do you know Celtic have that many midfielders? They could maybe change formation and play more like a diamond or something.
I don't know, but if I was Rodgers, my midfield 3 would be McGregor as the sitting holding midfielder with McCowan and Hatate in front of him. That would be my 3, but.
Aye, but we'll take
Rodgers gets paid the big money to manage the teams. I get paid the Diddy money to talk shite on here, so it's. That's the kind of levels that we're talking about.
Needing some fresh faces in the starting lineup. Fair play to St Mirren because that was some defending by them. Yeah. Lucky at times, but credit where it's due. But as the old saying goes, we never stop. Right, well, you're saying it's Diddy money, but there's no who can change the Diddy money. You guys. You can make it go from Diddy money to big money.
How about you guys add some money to the Fog Football War Chest? How about that?
Who would sign up for a membership? Leave it down below. And none of this, I'll sign up and then you don't. I know a lot of those people. I'm looking at you, Fog Wrestling.
Get a big cash injection and just transfer me to, I don't know.
Somewhere. Righto, if this garbage is
here.
what we have to look forward to, then it's going to be a long season. Scales is now first choice centre half and second choice left back. Because did he get moved over? I think he did actually. He got moved over when Tierney came in.
Aye, because Trusty came in, yeah.
Raccoon88 says, definitely a need for some freshness in the team, short on the wings and a striker. But I think today was pretty decent. On another day, that finishes 3-4-0. Yeah, you can turn around and say that, but the reality is it was 0-0 till very late on.
On another day, maybe it finishes 1-0 St Mirren. If you want to have that argument.
Yeah, I could.
So,
I mean, obviously, I think on more often than not, the other days would be, Celtic winning than St Mirren, but anyway. Dembele Dink, the lack of quality in the starting 11 and squad is disgraceful. Some supporters seriously need to open their eyes to this board. Unacceptable. 3 points, all that matters. Another day, a wee bit of luck. We get a few goals. hit the post 3 times, bar, goal chopped off when when if the ball hits Calmac 3 centimetres higher it stands. 3 goal line clearances by St Mirren, I'll take that. However, easy to see we need wingers and a centre forward. Finger out Celtic and sign. There we go. Got there in the end. And Fred. We'll wrap it up with Fred. The happy clappers will tell you everything is fine, but so many of this squad's problems on show today. Scales, Big Adam, Yang, starting. Forrest, first option from the bench. Kenny, Scales ending up at left back, and a team with a few goals in it. A lot of work needed on this squad. End of quote there. So, yeah.
Hard to disagree with Fred.
Well said, Fred.
Better than drop dead Fred, isn't it?
Absolutely. But yeah, to wrap it up here, folks, Celtic, I think if they don't sign anybody, they're going to come stuck in the tough away games in Aberdeen next weekend.
I believe that if Celtic don't sign anybody and this Rangers team doesn't massively improve, we could be looking at... I think we could be looking at one of the more competitive Scottish Premierships we've seen in maybe even decades. And by that I mean I think the top two could be closer to the rest of the chasing pack than we've seen before.
Yeah.
I think that last season, what was it, about 34 points separated Celtic in third place?
Yep.
I think if this is what Celtic have going into the season, and if they do not make big signings, I don't think we'll see that kind of gap between Celtic and whoever finishes third this year, which will be Hearts. I think we'll see Hearts and Hibs a lot closer to the two Glasgow clubs.
I hope so. But anyway, guys, that's where we'll leave it. We'll be back later on. Player ratings. Till next time. Peace.